Today we are looking at A2E Inspo. This channel is all about acoustic to electronic drum conversions, so what better way to celebrate the opening of our new A2E Facebook group than to share some of the very best conversions out there. Just a few weeks ago I decided to start a Facebook group focusing on all things A2E, and almost immediately we got a couple of thousand members and we're growing every day. And immediately folks started to post pics and videos of their amazing A2E conversions. So today, with their permission, I'm going to show you just some of the amazing kits our members have shared, as well as a special treat of an extraordinary kit at the end, so stay tuned for that. Coming in hot out of the gates here with this build from Kay Scott, who is based in Australia. Some of the group members have dubbed this the Dragonfly, and I can see why. It features an 18 by 3 1/4 Keller kick with a Roland RT30 trigger. It's got this really cool purple wrap, as you can see, and this whole thing is run off a Roland V71 module, apparently. I love the creative use of the Gibraltar docking station, and mostly Gibraltar pipes and clamps. And if I just zoom in a bit here, you can see some DW clamps and tom mounts by the looks as well. He's built this cool 6x6 platform that he takes to gigs with him as well. It's extremely cool, super slim line and portable as an A2E kit, but also it has this amazing stage presence. Awesome work, Mr. Kay Scott. Up next we have James from the States with this gorgeous full-sized Varus kit. Looks like it's got 10, 12, 14-inch toms, a 20-inch kick, and 14 for the snare. Looks to me as if he's running a Roland V71 module, all Roland cymbals, I think, Evans DB0 heads, and he says he's got Enochian chimes on the top of the cymbals. They're the same ones that Danny Carey uses with Tool. Extremely cool looking A2E kit with a big stage presence. Can almost hear the prog from here. Next we have Randy from Colorado, USA, running what looks to me to be a TD27KV2 with converted A2E toms and kick. What I like about this build is that besides the awesome looking wrap he's got used on the toms and kick, this is an example of how you don't need a whole lot to get started on converting your kit. I believe he's using Jobecki side-mounted triggers on the toms and his KD10 kick tower sitting in front, or perhaps inside, the 20-inch kick drum, which was apparently converted from a gong drum. Very cool. Another example of not needing much to get started, Daniel from Washington, USA has this fantastic silver Tama kit, and using inexpensive, easy-to-obtain parts, he has turned it electronic. We've got these inexpensive but great-looking Simmons cymbals, some red D-Drum Acoustic Pro clip-on triggers, the Remo silent stroke heads, all in all a great-looking kit without having to break the bank. Cedric in France has converted this Tama Club Jam Flyer. Man, I love these bop-size kits. They're great for A2E. He's using what looks like a Zeitgeist pair of cymbals there. Let's zoom in. Yep, Zeitgeist. And 2-box triggered triggers, a Drum Tech Diablo snare, TD17 and E-Drum in 8, running Superior Drummer 3. Absolutely love the colour and the shell sizes on this kit. Fantastic. Next we have Shlomi from Israel, who has a very good looking kit indeed. Looks like he's running a TD50X, and if we just zoom in here, let's check it out. Yes, Pearl Decade Maple shells. He says 12, 14, 16, the tom sizes, and a 20-inch kick. Zooming in here, we can see a digital ride as a crash, which is a very cool innovation. He says he's using diamond drop-in triggers in all of the drums, other than the digital snare, of course, digital hats, and I like that his main ride is the 20-inch F note. It's my favorite one as well. It's a nice balance. Great looking kit. Up next is Curtis from the USA, who has converted his Mapex kit. Looks like the module is a TD17. Lots of hoop-mounted Roland triggers, Remo silent stroke heads, and some really interesting looking DIY electronic cymbals using Pintec triggers. Look, I think it looks great. Love the purple drum wrap contrasting with the low volume cymbals. Very cool indeed. Pascal in France had a problem. He had a Roland TD11KV, but he wanted it in red and in real shells. And so somehow he made that happen. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what's going on here or how he managed to do this, but he has put the pads inside proper shells with hoops, and it looks like it took some real engineering to achieve, and I think it's come up amazingly. So well done, Pascal. Incredible. Mark from Canada has converted this beautiful Ludwig kit. Using a Joe Becky kick trigger and World Drummers drop-in plates in the toms and snare, it's powered by a TD30 module. The cymbals look to be Roland, plus a large lemon ride, maybe the 18 or 20 inches version. Look, I think it looks great, and I reckon it'd be really fun to play. Jason is using a Joe Becky kit here, I believe, but what I want to focus on is his amazing DIY conversions on all of these top-of-the-line Zildjian cymbals. As you can see here, he's converted these cymbals non-destructively, so no drilling. He's used strips of PVC vinyl sheet to mute the cymbals, and then applied DIY 27mm piezos with Goey drum membrane switches for some cymbals, and for the others it looks like he's using some of those round Pintec adhesive triggers. Jason's part of the Facebook group too, and can be found on YouTube at Argonaut Drums, where he breaks down how he did this amazing conversion. Next up we have Joe from Massachusetts with this great looking kit. Not sure what the shells are here, but they look fantastic. He's got an E-drum in triggering Superior Drummer 3, ATV cymbals, and extreme drum triggers inside the shells. A really premium looking A2E here. Now we have Evo from Italy. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, to be honest, but it looks badass. Evo hasn't given me a whole lot of information, but what he did tell me was that the toms are 8, 10, and 12, and 14, with a 22-inch kick and a 12-inch Tama snare. I think these are RMV shells. I have no idea what's going on here. There's electronic octobans. I don't know what the small little kick vibe is. It's very cool though. Nice work, Evo. Robin in Chicago has this massive A2E featuring heaps of field cymbals, diamond drum drop-in triggers, this cool little WTF percussion trigger that sits on a real tambourine, and I like the fact that he's removed the jingles from it to keep it low volume. It's just super cool. And this is the original acoustic drum kit that he was attempting to mimic. Looks really cool. Nice one, Robert. Carl Schick has converted this cool looking kit with 10, 12 and 14 inch toms and a bright yellow 14 inch acrylic snare using both ATV and F-note cymbals. It's powered by a Pearl Mimic Pro, and I think it looks really incredibly fun to play. I think it would also look really striking on stage. Next up we have Matt in Canada, who has chosen some truly gorgeous shells to convert. The brand is Crushed Drums, and these are birch shells with 8, 10 and 12 inch toms and a 16 inch kick that was converted from a floor tom. I really like the antique copper look of the hardware that he's refinished it in. He's using DrumTech 2-ply heads, Roland clip-on triggers, symbolic magnet-tracked cymbals, and a Roland TD8 module triggering addictive drums. Just a truly stunning looking kit. Next up we have fellow Australian Sean, who has this extremely metal looking A2E kit. It looks like possibly a TD20 perhaps, and he's running a laptop, so no doubt triggering a VST. Clearly the stars of the show are these beautiful AE hybrid Helios cymbals, a great looking kit. Next is Louis from the UK, and I love seeing electronic drums being used live, and this guy plays them on big festival stages for his electronic act. The shells are DW design, so really serious high quality kit here. It's powered by a Roland TD27. All the triggers are diamond drums. Looks like there's that beautiful new kick trigger from Diamond Drums there too. Cymbals are Roland, and looks like there's also a lemon china. Awesome looking kit. Wojtek in Australia has converted this great looking Tama kit. Looks like a Tama Club Jam Flyer probably. It's got ATV and Roland cymbals and is run by the truly excellent Roland V71 module. Again, love seeing electronic drums being used live. Awesome. Matt from Parts Unknown has converted his absolutely gorgeous Yamaha kit. It's absolutely stunning. Looks like it's powered by a Pearl Mimic Pro and uses all drone halo triggers, which really are some of the nicest triggers out there on the market, particularly for sample-based modules like the Mimic and 2-Box, etc. Looks like he's using all ATV cymbals as well. Lots of drums to hit, all using DrumTech real feel heads, Yamaha rack. Just an absolutely premium kit, this one. I have incredible FOMO. I really want to play this kit. Jean from Quebec has this great looking 6-piece kit he has converted. He's using Roland TD17 paired with Roland rim mounted triggers. He says he's got 12 and 13-inch toms, 16-inch floor tom, that might be plural, 22-inch kick, 14-inch snare. And I would love to know more about these electronic low-volume cymbals as well. I suspect that they might be DIY. They look great. Nice work. Blanche from California has converted a 5-piece Pearl Roadshow kit. He's using a TD27 and F-Note heads. And it looks like that he's left the Pearl resonant heads on the other Rezo side, which is something you can absolutely do. By the way, underrated heads, F-Note heads are, well worth a look. So it looks like it's all lemon cymbals, which is great. I think I spy a diamond drop-in trigger in the snare. I'd also love to know what triggers he's using in the toms. They kind of look like Drum Tech Groove Dot triggers. And just so that you know, I've reviewed both the diamond drop-in triggers and groove dots on this channel, so check them out if you are interested. Sam is based in Canada and has converted this gorgeous Tama Star Classic Metro Jam with a 16-inch kick, 10 and 13-inch toms. It's running on a Roland V71 module with the digital pads. It's interesting that there is another kit combining both F-Note and Roland cymbals. It's interesting to see that trend kind of bear out in this video. He's also using diamond drop-in triggers, and I should know that because he's actually one of the first guys who reached out to me for advice when I first started this YouTube channel. And you all now have a place to ask those sorts of questions as well, directly to me or to our broader group. Our A2E Facebook group is linked in the video description. Up next we have Robert, who has converted some stunning looking Pearl Vision shells. And unlike many of the other builds that seem to be powered by Pearl Mimic Pros or Roland modules we've seen in this video, Robert has elected to use the F-Note 5X module, which is a great module in and of itself. I can see 3 separate 20-inch F-Note rides, which are absolutely huge electronic cymbals to have, the Lemon China, and of course the F-Note Splash and hats. He's also running Drum Tech heads. Inside the shells, he's apparently using a UFO drums kick trigger, and the rest are diamond drop-in triggers as well. I note that one of those diamond triggers is the Sonic Balance, the one with the side stick on it as well. I have reviewed that on this channel. Fantastic trigger. Great to see one in the wild. Overall, amazing looking kit. Up next, Aaron in Alabama has converted this awesome high-end DW kit. It features Hallinson ITM2 and ITM1 triggers on the inside of a 20-inch kick, a 12-inch rack, a 14-inch floor tom, and a 13-inch snare. It's my favourite size snare, actually. He's also rocking some Joe Becky cymbals, and it looks like he's using a Roland TD9 as the module. If I just zoom in on the rim protectors here for a sec, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that this might be a DIY job using some reinforced tubing. This stuff is super strong and will last practically forever, but just keep in mind that it might make rim shots a little bit louder. Great conversion here, Aaron. Looks amazing. Now for something completely different. Rayless in California has converted a traps kit. This is actually something I've wanted to try for years. Rayless is using an Alesis DM10 for the module, some DIY triggers using 27mm piezos. He even cast his own foam cones, which is very impressive. He's using a smooth-on 5-point flex foam, which is molded using toy traffic cones that he found at the local dollar store. I love how these traps kits pack down so small. They're super great for travel. I think this is a very clever DIY conversion. Nice work, Rayless. Jody in Louisiana is another subscriber who reached out to me for assistance with his A2E project recently, and it's a real joy to see it complete. He has converted this incredible looking Tama Star Classic. He's running a TD27 as the module with what I assume is the digital hi-hats and F-Note cymbals for the rest. Another example of this combination. Internally, he has the diamond drums drop-in triggers, and I really like the look of these offset kick pedals as well. I think the Drum Tech Real Feel heads in black on the toms is a really great look. Very cool. This is an absolute monster of a kit, and it looks really fun to play. Leo in California has some really cool looking gear here. Not entirely sure what it all is. I can see a TD50 in the corner over there. Some cool cymbals. I love the color of the kit. And this is another version of the kit that he runs. Check out all of those mixers and everything on the side. Extremely cool setup. And now for the special treat I promised at the beginning of the video. Steve over at the 65 Drums Discord channel sent me this absolute monster of an A2E. I believe it is a Crystal Beat Clear acrylic kit, and he has absolutely stuffed it full of tech. We have DIY trigger systems, we have LED strip lighting in every shell, even those cool octobands. There are microcontrollers programming the colors and patterns, and there are microcontrollers programming some of the LEDs to respond to the sound when he hits it, when he hits the drums. It's truly an epic build. I really feel like this video has shown the remarkable creativity of e-drummers from all over the world, especially from our amazing community in the Acoustic to Electronic Facebook group. And you are welcome to join as well. The link is in the description below. And I'd love to know which kit in this video was your favourite down in the comments. If you like this video and would like to know more about electronic drums, the very best triggers on the market, and all things A2E, please subscribe for more.